Welcome, everyone, to Mexico City and to the Autódromo Hermanos Rodriguez, one of the most atmospheric races on the Formula One calendar. We're over 2,200 meters above sea level here in the heart of the capital, and that means thin air, huge crowds, and an electric atmosphere unlike anywhere else in the world.
Radio check, radio check.
Copy, radio check.
Well, here's something special. We're taking on a real challenge today. Ollie Bearman's Haas has been rapid all weekend, and the goal is clear. Somehow, get that car into P4 by the end of the Mexican Grand Prix.
The Haas isn't usually a top 4 car, but this is Mexico. Unpredictable things happen here.
They certainly do. So here we go, Bearman in the Haas, starting his climb toward an incredible P4 finish. Can he pull it off? The lights are about to go out here in Mexico City.
Lights out and we're racing in Mexico. Ollie Bearman gets a great launch in the Haas. Fantastic getaway off the line, immediately tucked up behind the Mercedes as we charge down that long run to turn 1. But look at that, nowhere to go. He dives to the inside, looking for a gap, but he's boxed in behind Russell, no room at all through the first braking zone. Brilliant start, but just no space to use it.
Yeah, it's always tight into turn 1 here. You get that concertina effect as everyone tries to funnel through. Bearman read it well, but he just ran out of road.
Bearman goes for it down the inside of Bortolito into turn 4, but the door closes right at the last second, no room there, has to back out of it. But look at the traction out of turn 5. The Haas hooks up beautifully, he gets the drive, slices past the Sauber, and then right alongside Antonelli, and he's through. 2 cars in 1 run. That's brilliant racecraft from Bearman.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to see: patience when the inside move didn't work, then capitalizing immediately when the others were offline. Great traction, great awareness, and that's how you make the midfield work for you.
Now we're on board with the Haas chasing down the McLaren ahead.
Yeah, you can see he's setting it up perfectly nice and patient through the slow section, all about the traction out of that final right-hander. The McLaren's got a bit more top-end speed, but if Bearman gets the run, he'll have a chance on the brakes into turn 1.
Bearman's got the tow on Piastri, but Piastri's got a tow himself from Tsunoda just ahead. 3 cars all in line down the back straight. This is going to get interesting. Now, the Haas picks up the slipstream from Tsunoda as well. The Red Bull drivers are sitting duck. Bearman blasts past Tsunoda, tucks straight back in behind Piastri, picks up another tow, and look at that! He's through on both of them before the braking zone. What a move!
That's beautiful racecraft, used the double toe perfectly. It's like threading the needle down the straight at over 320 kilometers an hour. Brave but calculated, and that's a highlight move right there.
And Bearman's on the attack again. Into turn 12 he goes, late on the brakes, dives down the inside of Carlos Sainz in the Williams. That's beautifully executed, clean as you like, and the Haas is up another position.
Yeah, that was a proper move, confident, committed, and totally under control.
But Sainz isn't done with it. He's got DRS down the main straight, picks up the tow from Bearman's Haas, and he's coming back at him fast. Pulls to the inside into turn 1 and retakes the position. What a brilliant scrap between the two of them.
Yeah, that's the power of DRS down this enormous straight in Mexico. Once you're in the slipstream, there's not much you can do to defend. Bearman will have to regroup now, maybe line him up again through the middle sector. It's turning into a fantastic duel.
And once again, out of turn 5, Bearman gets fantastic traction and he powers past Sainz to retake P7. As we go into lap 6, Bearman pits from softs to mediums. Down the main straight, Bearman's got DRS open, closing fast on Lawson, and he just sails past. The Haas breezes down the inside before they even hit the braking zone into turn 1.
Timed it perfectly, used the DRS and the slipstream to full effect, and didn't even have to defend on the way in.
Oh, and that's an engine gone. Smoke pouring out down the back straight. Not sure who it is at the moment. Yellow flags are out in sector 2. I think it might be Tsunoda. Yes, looks like it's Yuki Tsunoda in the RB, the rear of that car letting go in a cloud of smoke.
Hopefully, we will get a look at the replay in a minute. As we look at the replay, yeah, that's definitely Tsunoda. You can see the oil and smoke trail coming out as he pulls off to the side. Such a shame, he was running strongly in the points.
And now we ride on board with the nose cam of Ollie Bearman. He dives down the inside and he makes it stick. The Haas through to take P14. And now Bearman and Albon are side by side down the main straight. DRS wide open on Bearman's car, wheel to wheel at over 330 kilometers an hour. Who's going to get to turn 1 first? Bearman holds the inside line. Albon just edging alongside on the outside, both of them braking as late as they dare, and Bearman gets it, takes the corner. Fantastic racing!
Yeah, brilliant stuff from both of them, hard but fair. Albon gave him racing room, Bearman committed to the brakes and made it count.
Now we have caught Antonelli in the Mercedes, and with DRS we breeze past. we've caught Sainz again. The Haas pulls to the inside down the main straight with DRS wide open. Bearman gets past before the braking zone into turn 1. But Sainz isn't giving it up. He brakes late, tries to hang it round the outside, and there's contact. Sainz turns in right at the end of the straight and clips the side of Bearman's car. That was a bit aggressive from the Williams driver.
Yeah, that was always going to be tight. Sainz just carried a little too much speed and there wasn't quite enough space left. Bearman was already committed to the corner. That's a risky one to stick your nose into at that angle. Lap 17 and we are in for a fresh set of hards.
And as we come out of the pits, look at this lot. We've rejoined right into the thick of it. Stroll, Hülkenberg, Hadjar and Albon all bunched together, and Sainz right behind us as well.
Yeah, that's the worst place to come out, right into a DRS train. The trick now is to survive the first lap on those tyres, build up temperature, then start picking them off one by one.
What a move from Bearman. Down the inside, he's past Hülkenberg and now Albon into turn 1. That was textbook stuff, used the DRS beautifully and made it look effortless. But we are off? What happened there?
As we take a look at the mag pad, if I move it slowly forward, speed it up a bit, you can see Bearman brakes deep into turn 1, but just about makes it. But then Sainz simply turns it to Bearman. Again, far too aggressive from Sainz. He seems to be trying just too hard today to hold position.
Lap 24 and Piastri is right behind Bearman. Norris is just coming out of the pits ahead. Bearman tries to pick up the slipstream from the McLaren to defend, but Piastri's got way too much speed. The Australian pulls out, blasts past both of them down the straight, incredible momentum with DRS and fresh rubber, and he's through before. Turn 1, what a move from Piastri.
Yeah, that was all about timing. Bearman tried to use Norris to break the toe, but Piastri just had too much pace. Fresh tyres, DRS and full commitment.
And now Norris gets the run on Bearman down the main straight, DRS wide open, fresh tyres, and the McLaren just powers through and clears the Haas into turn 1.
Yeah, nothing Bearman could do about that.
We're now on the final lap here in Mexico City. It's been a brilliant race full of wheel-to-wheel action, strategy calls, and some fantastic overtakes all the way through the field. Ollie Bearman's driven superbly today, started deep in the midfield. fought his way through battles with Sainz, Albon and Hulkenberg and kept his head under pressure. The Haas team rolled the dice on strategy, stayed out longer when others pitted, and it's paid off with solid pace right to the end.
Yeah, absolutely. He's shown maturity beyond his years, clean racing, decisive overtakes, and great tyre management in tough conditions. The crowd here in Mexico have been treated to some great racing, and Bearman's definitely been part of that story. I can see we are starting to catch Norris and Russell, but I think they are just too far ahead.
And that's the checkered flag here in Mexico City. Another cracking performance. We didn't quite match Ollie Bearman's real P4, but we gave it absolutely everything. Smart strategy, brave overtakes, and a real show of pace all the way through the race.
And with that, we wrap up another thrilling Grand Prix weekend. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time for more action, more battles, and hopefully another charge up the order. Bye for now. Oh, and please like and subscribe, would really appreciate it.